everybody. Welcome back to Tiki Room Studios here in Syracuse, New York for some music and history. Today is 70s Sunday, so we're going to go back to 1972 with a top 10 hit by Jonathan Edwards called Sunshine. Sunshine, go away today. Don't feel much like dancing. Someone's come, is trying to run my life. Don't believe what he's asking. He tells me I better get in line. Don't believe what he's saying. When I grow up, I'm gonna make it mine. These aren't dues I've been paying. How much does it cost? I'll buy it. The time is all we've lost. I'll try it. He can't even run his own life. I'll be darned if he'll run mine. Sunshine, sunshine, go away today. Don't feel much like dancing. No one's come, he's trying to run my life. Don't believe what he's asking. Working starts to make you wonder where roots of what I do are going. He says that love and war all is fair, but he's got cards he ain't showing. Well, how much does it cost? I'll buy it. The time is all we've lost. I'll try it. He can't even run his own life. I'll be damned if he'll run mine. Sunshine. Sunshine, come again some other day. Pretty soon I'll be singing. This old world, she's gonna turn around. Brand new bells will be ringing. Now how much does it cost? Well, I'll buy it. The time is all we've lost, and I'll try it. He can't even run his own life. I'll be damned if he'll run mine. Sunshine. All right, Sunshine by Jonathan Edwards. Now, he's kind of known as a one-hit wonder, although he's actually still performing and recording, and he's had quite an interesting life. So I'm going to give you a little bit of biography of Jonathan Edwards. He started playing in a band back in 1967, and the band changed their name over the years, as bands often seem to do. Some of the more interesting band names he came up with back in the 60s were the Headstone Circus, St. James Doorknob, and the Finite Minds. In fact, you can find an album by that band, the Finite Minds, if you look hard enough. Anyway, in the early 70s, Jonathan Edwards got tired of the band life and decided to perform as a solo artist. And basically what he did was, he was tired of playing electric guitars in loud clubs and such, and so he bought an acoustic guitar, a little PA, and he got a van, and he just basically went around driving to college towns and setting up on the college campuses and is playing for free. And pretty soon he got a decent following for that. In fact, he became popular enough that he opened for some pretty major acts, including the Allman Brothers and B.B. King. Now, his first album was recorded in 1971, and it included this song, Sunshine. But originally, this is quite interesting, Sunshine was not even meant to have been recorded for that album, nor would it have been a single, maybe for the second album, but not the first one. And the reason is that there was a song that he had recorded in the studio called Please Find Me, which is kind of ironic because the recording engineer accidentally erased the song, and he couldn't believe that it had happened, and so he said, look for that song, it's got to be on the tape somewhere. There's no way you could have accidentally erased the whole song. Well, they did. And so instead of that song, they put Sunshine on the record. And it had, like I said, it had not meant to go on the record in the first place. Well, go figure. It, of course, it became the big hit song for him. And I want to read a little quote that he said about recording that song and how it came about. And basically, he wrote it shortly before he went into the recording studio and after he left the band. And he said, I felt really fresh, really liberated. I just went out in the woods every day with a bottle of wine and my guitar, sat by a lake near Boston and wrote down all these songs day after day. Now, regarding the lyrics of the song Sunshine, he said, it was just at the time of the Vietnam War and Richard Nixon. It was looking bad out there. That song meant a lot to a lot of people at that time, especially me. So Sunshine reached number 4 on the Billboard charts and sold over 1 million copies. Now, not only was he a musician, but later on in the 80s, he got into acting on Broadway and played the lead role in a show called Pump Boys and Dinettes. And then in the early 2000s, he got into movie acting, and he starred in a movie called The Golden Boys with Bruce Dern, David Carradine, Charles Durning, Mariel Hemingway, and Rip Torn. So he played a preacher or a reverend in that movie. You can check that out too. It's called The Golden Boys. So thanks again for tuning in, and we will see you tomorrow for another little bit of music and history. Have a great day, everybody.